I got to take it a little further today. Not only have the Democrats letting millions of people, millions of illegal immigrants from south over the border, they got black folks thinking that they doing a good thing. Democrats got black folks thinking they really care about you. Let me explain something to you real quick. I'm not racist. I have friends from all kind of countries and different nationalities, and some of my best friends, family, and some of them have come from south of the border. But black people, they telling you it's a job shortage. But the reality is, it's only a job shortage for your black behind. Everywhere you go, everybody else is working except your black self. Every club, every doctor office, every restaurant, every gas station, every construction company, the white folks is the boss, and the Mexicans is the employees, and ain't no black folks nowhere around. Might be one or two out of about 50 people. It might be one or two out of about 100 people. You don't see no black folk with no job, and that's because they done gave all the jobs to the people south of the border. The Democrats lying to you, talking about it's a job shortage, and they got let some more people in to work. Black people, they got to let some more people in so they won't give your black behind no job. You ain't got no job. Mama ain't got no job, daddy ain't got no job, son ain't got no job, brother ain't got no job, because they done gave all the jobs to the Mexicans. Democrats ain't doing you no favor. Democrats ain't did nothing for you except and give you county check. I'm gonna say that again, except and give you a county check. They done let all them people come in south of the border so they can get them the jobs and keep giving your black self a county check, give your son a county check, so you can't buy you no property, and so you can't never retire off no job with no big pension and buy you no brand new cars and jewelry and get you no pensions and own you no gold and stocks and bonds, and so you can't move up the corporate ladder and be a CEO of some Fortune 500 companies and can't start your own business because you ain't got nothing but a county check, and so you can't visualize your dreams and make your future manifest and do all the things that you decided that you wanted to do when you was a child, and you see everybody else doing these things. And when I say everybody else, I mean all them people done come in south of the border that the Democrats done let come in south of the border, that the white folks done let come in south of the border, and done gave all them the jobs, and your black behind running up and down the street trying to ask white folks and Mexicans for jobs, and the white folks and the Mexicans ain't giving your black behind no jobs because they giving all the people that done come in south of the border the jobs. Black people, Them folks is racist. You don't even know it. Because they telling you they letting people south of the border come in, and you don't understand racism because you think since they taking care of people that doesn't come in from south of the border that they not racist. But that's the plot and the plan and conspiracy that they've been doing for a long time. Taking care of the other folks, leaving the black folks enslaved, and leaving the black folks in segregation, and leaving the black folks in Jim Crow, and leaving the black folks without jobs. They not bringing them people in here south of the border for no other reason except to keep your black self without nothing. I need to say this again for anybody who didn't hear this message in the beginning. I'm not racist. And some of my best friends done come from south of the border. Let me tell you, Joe Biden, Democrats, bought all them people south of the border not so they can fill some job void. The only job void in America is the black people not having no jobs. And they brought them people in from south of the border to make sure your black self don't have no job. Y'all really need to be able to distinguish what racism is. I don't know how you black and can't tell what racism look like. You calling the wrong people racist and you don't even know the difference. Don't know the history of politics in America, and it's sad that you don't know the politics in America. It's a shame that you really don't know what's going on. You're 13% of the population. You're 13% of the population for a reason. Because they see you as nothing. They don't want you to progress. Mexicans still running around here disrespecting you and cutting you in front of the line. And well, y'all seen what happened down there in Alabama. Well, I don't care what the black man say. He probably don't want to lose his job, the one that got jumped on, so he probably going to say that wasn't racism, but that was racism. That's why it was whites against the blacks. It's always whites against the blacks, the Arabs against the blacks, the Mexicans against the blacks, the El Salvadorian against the blacks, the Mexican mafia against the blacks. Why y'all can't see that them people coming in south of the border is a checkmate, is a check move, and it's a war against the blacks? If they ain't coming in here to take no white folks' jobs, they coming in here to take the job that you supposed to have. Black people ain't worked since slavery was over, and there's a reason for that. They didn't want you to have nothing when you was a slave, and they don't want you to have nothing now. And if you think just because Barack Obama was president, you fooling yourself, because that ain't really made no difference. And you think just because Whoopi Goldberg on The View, that don't mean nothing. It always done been one or two black folks done had something while everybody else didn't get nothing. They bringing them people in here south of the border, not to fill no job void, but to make sure they have a reason not to give your black behind no job, not to give your black behind no place to stay, not to give your black behind no education, and make sure your black behind stay with nothing.